You know, big emphasis was trying to get a quarterback in here mid-semester, which we were able to do, get offensive linemen in here also, and just get overall better talent on the football field. Losing Wes McKinney last year, felt like we needed to get a couple mid-year linebackers, which we did, and you know, still emphasis on recruiting the state of Arkansas.
Our goals at Arkansas Tech will always be to win the state of Arkansas.
You know, every school in the state, you know, has a niche, and everybody, you know, gets their players, and you know, you got to evaluate. You got to find what your niche here is at your institution.
Because of the way that our process was, we had to establish this offensive scheme to our recruiting base, and we had to let our recruiting base know what we were going to do offensively. We only had about a month left of time in order to do that, so we targeted the top 3 to 4 players on our board, and we've got extremely blessed in our current situation because we got either our top or our number 2 guy at every position that we went after.
A big emphasis this year as far as recruiting was signing defensive backs, and we did that. We have 5 defensive backs that'll be signing on signing day that are either a combination of cornerback or safety guys, or maybe safeties that may grow into playing, cornerbacks that may grow into playing safeties.
Coach Haas has taken over the recruiting coordinator job and has just done a great job coordinating the recruiting.
The one thing that I'm very fortunate for is all the coaches that I've worked with in Arkansas and Texas, which are the 2 states that I recruit, have been very easy to work with. They've been nothing but great throughout this process.
We sold them this offense. We showed them what this offense can be. We showed them exactly where they fit into our offense. So we had to we worked a lot of late hours, a lot of late nights leading up to it because we had a lot of catch-up, make-up to do.
We did bring in 7 mid-year transfers, and all the other guys on sign dates are going to be high school players. So, you know, we still going to build a program with high school players and mix in transferred at positions that we feel like we need to fill some voids at.
From all of the parents and players that came on campus that got to spend time with our coaching staff, you can see how tight we are as a staff. You can see how tight we are with our players and how those players react with each other. And that's what we have here. That's what we have to offer. And I think that's probably the best thing you can offer a family when they're coming in.
Well, the first thing any coach will tell you is you're looking for speed. You know, you're looking for guys that fly around the football field and play at a good rate of speed per their position. You know, obviously, you're not going to find many defensive linemen that run 4.5s or anything like that. But, you know, the first thing that jumps off the film is speed, and then, you know, per the position, you look at linebackers that play downhill. You know, you look for defensive linemen that disengage from blocks, and when the play is going away from them, they continue to hustle and try to get in on the play. And then with defensive backs, I think the first thing that we look at besides the speed is we look for ball skills. We want guys that get interceptions in high school, the guys that just don't knock down balls, guys that will go up on the highest point and make plays on the football, and guys that are also physical and that are willing tacklers.
Our X-receiver is our boundary receiver. He's our home run threat. He's our great route runner, so he's more of a taller body that does real well in his routes, he strides well. He doesn't have to be a complete top-end speed guy, but he's more of a that lanky body that can get in and out of breaks. It creates its own separation. Our Z receiver, on the other hand, is our field receiver. He's the bubble threat guy. He's the kind of be a shifty. You almost can recruit some high school option quarterbacks. You can recruit smaller running backs that you like to get one-on-one in small spaces. And then just up front wise, if we're recruiting our left tackles. Our left tackles are lean body type guys that move well, that have good feet. Our right tackles, on the other hand, are just big, overpowering guys that can move people up front, because we're not going to ask them to block the blind side of a quarterback.
I mean, when you can bring a student athlete on campus and talking about we have a full-time strength and conditioning coach down the weight room at all times, and the places that he's been, you know, that's a huge plus. And then we don't have to have one of our full-time coaches in the weight room where he can be on the road recruiting.
Family. That's our #1 selling point.